G'day everyone, welcome to the Opal Mills. Today we're finally going to get to cut some of this. We're going to cut the big one, the king stone. She's sat there long enough, I've hummed and ahed a bit, build up the courage, and we're going to get into it and see what can become of it. So I'll take it out the jar, that way we can get a better look at it. So this is the main piece we're going to go for today. It's just got that last wisp of sand on the surface. I dare say it will be double-sided to an extent, but we'll see what size we can get out of here. Some of this is virtually non-existent, so we'll see in here somewhere what we're going to end up with. I'll try a few different shapes just to see which one's probably the best suited. So that green's got to come off a bit, it's got to come down close to the red, same as the other one. We'll get this sort of a colour effect. That's what we're after in here. Party stone. So I'm just going to muck around for a minute and experiment with some shapes. Let's see if you can choose before the end of this episode which of these you prefer. This one, or this one. Alright, so I've drawn the biggest circle and the biggest oval. The biggest oval leaves a bit of waste there, and the circle probably even more waste, because you won't be able to use this bit so much. Or I could saw that there, get a stain out of there. So another idea would be sort of a triangular. We'll see how we go. And a triangular, rounded triangular. It looks a bit odd shape, like this side here is shorter, but it would have to be, yeah, very slightly neatened up a bit. We might clean this up, take this down a little bit, that way we can draw on it again. See if there's any issues actually we've got to deal with too before we count our chickens. But I'm going to try for the biggest sort of symmetrical shape. I don't want to have a free form as such. I was thinking of having it narrow here, narrow here, wider here, and doing it in a drop shape. But it's too rounded and I'm not too keen on that shape myself. So we'll just go take it over the wheel, and we'll start taking this down a little bit closer to the bar and see what surface we've got to play with. Because where the green runs out, it's going to change the appearance of the stone. So we need to get an even sort of a, like down here, but all over. So let's go do that for a sec. $32.5 carats. Okay, so we're on 240 grit to start with. I'm just going to thin this top down, it's a little bit smashed up, so it's not like I can slice it off and use it. and see what we can do with this. Still got a fair bit of green on it, and at a distance it's not too bright with all that foggy green on it. So that will get thinned out quite a considerable, at least half that again. We're going to leave it like that for now. We can see what's going on here. Under that black. That colour's just a bit watery on the red bar, halfway through it there really. But I'm pretty sure if we get a nice oval on this side, we can salvage this side and get a little stone. And this will be a very nice consistent stone then. It's got the curve there already for the way it cleaned up, so I think we'll tuck in an oval quite well. So I've got a couple of options I'll have a look at and come back. Okay, so we've got a tall oval, which would leave that for another stone, but we're wasting some of the good colour over here. So I've drawn a larger oval, wider, but the same length. It takes up a bit more room, less of a waste, and I'd probably cut it through there and use this piece. What was I thinking? Yeah. Through somewhere like that. I thought about this one, but it would just, there's nothing you can do with the rest of it. If we do an bigger oval, which is bigger than this one, but then we've got nothing. Well, we'll try and slice these off and use these bits, but there wouldn't be much to it. So I reckon the go is this one here, which means we'll run a slice through and I'll come back. Alright, done deal. So now we have a really nice piece to play with. What we'll do is we'll weigh him again. So we're at 24 say, 24 carat gold. No. So, that potch on the bottom loss, that'll be a fair bit of loss of weight, but that's valueless potch. So in there, envision an oval with a nice dome. It'll start around the bottom of that bar of red. So we've got to get that bar to sit straight as we can, orientate the stone with it. Green's thicker here than here, which means we have to orientate the stone slightly like that. Cut it with the red bar anyway. So we'll even that green up with the red, a bit better, and get our oval back again. About there. So we'll get our oval back on. Alright, that's what we're going with. Gorgeous oval. So we'll start shaping it up, thinning out the back, and get it onto the dop. So I've kept it like that. We've got a nice even gap around it. I pick the narrowest point about there. Then I'll bring the rest of it into that on the dot. I might get a slightly larger oval than what I do. I'll sort this back out. Party on the back. Oh, that can go. Oh, came out. Unreal. So that's all it is. Now I've just got to get the rest of that groove out, bring it down. It's going to thin the stone out of touch. It's bringing up some nice colour, I tell you. Might even dome out at the bottom afterwards. A double-sided stone here. Absolutely. Dopping time. $13.7. Might end up around the 10 yet. Right, so I've set this so that red bar's straight, which means the top is on a bit of a awkward lean. That's fine. I'm going to correct that as I cut it and adjust the back to do the same. So here we are, finished result. Absolutely stunning. Full face, colour in every direction. Never a dull moment with this one. And so clearly this was one of the options for you to pick from. And so now you saw it cut, or you skipped to the end, either way, here it is. So, which one did you prefer? You had this one, or there was this one. And you'd probably clearly guess I'm mucking around, because this one is this one. So check that out. No, I'm pretty stoked with that as a finished stone. Double-sided. Absolutely stunning. Two different patterns. This one has some blocky patches in it. And this one is just more of a galaxy of stars with some underlying blocky patches, but it's got colour on colour. There's a slight hint of that green bar still there to give it that extra effect. And then we have that underneath. So I'm thinking a double-sided pendant again might be the setting for this stone. So yeah, stick around, low light. We'll finish this one here and I'll get on with the rest of this parcel. Oh, and before I go, let's weigh it. I forgot all about that. Hang on, we'll shuffle over here. Now, I was hoping for around about a 10 to 12, hoping. I'm still holding out, but it did get a bit thin, and getting that last bit of potch off to get that nice face on the second side, worth it. So here we go. Now my scales are measuring in grams. So 1.9 times 5 carats per gram, or as I like to go, shuffle the decimal point to the right one and then halve the number, which makes it 9.5. Either way, it's 9.5, easier math for me. So that's how I arrive at the carat weight with these scales. So we're at, 9.5 carat. Pretty much on the nose. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's got to be a minimum of 300 a carat plus, especially a double-sided aspect. Keep my fingerprints off it for a little while. So yeah, stick around, low light incoming. Thanks for watching.